Yes, so why it interested me is that it is very close to human behavior. That's how I find it. So like my subject is psychology. I've been studying psychology. I'm a student of psychology and I'm working in psychology since almost like 15 years now. So this has been always was a quest to understand what exact is causing the behavior, particular behavior. So if you look at it from the point of view of psychology, then I found that it is not giving the complete answer. The behavior of people, what we do, why we do, and how can you predict somebody's behavior? So all those questions, though psychological theories have the answers to many of these, but I could not find it very satisfying. And then from psychology, it moved to understanding philosophy, because my subject has been self development, self growth, emotions, emotional maturity. That has been my subject since the earliest days I started studying psychology. So when I started exploring self more, the topic of self. So when I started exploring it, what I found was that it was moving towards philosophy. So it was leaving psychology and it was moving towards philosophy, the to understand the topic. So so from psychological, all psychologists, from Freud to Carl Jung to Adler to like many others, Maslow, from them, then I started studying Plato and Descartes and all Greek philosophers, and because they had very beautiful written dialogues and talks about self. So I went into philosophy, and then from philosophy, then I also started understanding Indian philosophy, because there is a difference between Greek philosophy, Indian philosophy, Western philosophy. All these are different somewhere, basically in methods. So then when you see, also when you move back from the era of this lot of religious practices that has been in India since almost like 100 years, I think. So before that, if you move before that, at that time, religion had a different picture. It was more of a spiritual. It was not a religion. Just a minute. Yes, so if we so when while studying all this, I moved back around 100 years back, Indian philosophy, Indian religion. So what I found was that it is not a religion as the way we practice it today. It was a very different way of practicing religion, and the way it is so much segregated. There are so much discrimination of everything, like men, gender discrimination, then caste discrimination, then बाकी सब भी बहुत कुछ है. तो so and also it happened that I went to I visited a tribal area last year. So there I found that people were like, there people told me that it's been only since 15-20 years back that we started watching TV, and we started seeing all these gods, Rama, Krishna, and all the Devis and everything. So before that, they did not know about those gods. Those gods did not exist for, like, they say that all the gods came with the TV. So before that, they were worshipping sun, moon, and different trees, animals. So those were so it was all related to the nature. Yeah? And so now when I look at it, that how it all got into religion is a different story. We need not focus much on that. But like we will now talk about that. So like I explored it quite to depth, like what is self, what is the Indian philosophy has to speak about it. So if we have to study it from Indian point of view, then you study Tagore, and you study Vivekananda, and you study Adi Shankaracharya. Okay. So, and there are many others also. So like these are few which impacted my understanding of spirituality. So like if we see from the aspect of Tagore, so for him, the spirituality is being with nature. That is what the spirituality is. Very simple. So he says that if you keep the child or yourself in nature, then you will become a spiritual being. And then if you see it from Vivekananda's point of view, so then it is little more methodical. Then he talks about all the Vedic Vedanta things. So it has a different way of ठीक है बैठो या बाहर बैठो थोड़ी देर में हेलो कर दो नीलेश भी है यहाँ पे और सुमित है सुमी आंटी है सबको हेलो कर दो और जाओ हेलो माया है ओके अभी थोड़ी देर बाहर बैठो सेशन हो जाएगा फिर माया क्या बोला माया इनको जानते हो आप माया याद नहीं आ रहा ठीक है अभी बाहर बैठो हाँ माया तो मेरी स्कूल वाली जो वो डांसिंग क्लास थी उसमें भी नव्या देखो भक्ति से मिलो हाँ भक्ति इनकी बेटी भी है भक्ति हेलो हेलो ठीक है अभी बैठे ओके मामा हाँ हाँ मेरे को के ऊपर हाँ वो नीलेश है so she knows some of the people here क्या करना है बताओ ठीक है मैं कंटिन्यू करूं थैंक यू yes so
you were with Vivekananda.
Yes.
Yeah, Vivekananda.
So when I studied Vivekananda a lot, then I studied Adi Shankaracharya also. So all they talk about, they have a different way of they present spirituality in a very profound, different way. Okay. So especially when Vivekananda is still modern. So if you go to Adi Shankaracharya in those times, so at that time it is more profound. So we will leave all this aspect here, and we will now talk that how we as individuals living in families with our husbands and wives and children and in-laws and working, how can we we are not living in isolation, we are not living in forests, we are living in the whole drama packed life. So how do we practice, how can we practice spirituality? What is spirituality for us, for people living in families, for people living working, who are like, we have to, lot of things that we have to take care of, money, house, future, investments, everything is there on the mind. With all that, how can we observe spirituality? So here, like, I'll ask, like, what comes to your mind when we say this word spirituality? What comes to your mind? Like, what picture you get?
Something unknown to me. There is some higher truth. I don't have much clarity on that. That is why something uncomfortable, unknown, and there is something higher than what we know. That is where I stand as of now.
Okay. Something higher than what we already know. Yes.
Connected to oneself.
Connecting with oneself.
Our own self, in a way which leads us to a better life, or a better understanding of our own nature.
Yes, better understanding of our own nature. Yes. So this is, we will come back to this point again and again. Knowing oneself, better understanding of our own nature. What else? What else?
Silence.
Silence. Okay. Okay. Yes. Anything else?
For me, spirituality right now is understanding my own breath, my own body and its movement, and most importantly, the sound of my breath. These days, I'm get into the sound kind of spirituality. Ki I'm focusing on my inner sounds, like not that कि आपके कान में कुछ आ रहा हो, अंदर से बातें आ रही हो वो वाला नहीं, but the sound of my body, the sound of my breath, and whatever I'm my inner processes.
Okay. Okay. Very good to hear all this from so young people. Like it's really good that you're already thinking about, at least open to thinking, and we're trying to work towards these things in young age. Yes, Sumi.
Yeah, for me, like spirituality is accepting and understanding the living what we are living just now, with the awareness of our values, what we are thinking of, and without losing our respect.
Yes, yes, yes. So Sumi, I would say that whatever she says, but since last almost 2-3 years, she has been my kind of a very close companion in this journey, and she is actually living spirituality. I would say this. I don't know how she will explain it, how she speaks about it, but yes, since last 2-3 years, that's what I have seen. Like she can't. How much she can talk about it, that's a different thing, but yes, the kind of faith she has in the universe, in the bigger power, so so that's how she is actually living it every day. uh, so we will come to it again.
Yeah.
Hanji, or anyone else?
Dr. Datta, for me, I don't know much about spirituality, but how I practice it in my day-to-day life is to help others, like, and to have compassion for others, to respect others, and try to be honest. I think this is my spirituality.
Yes, yes, yes. See, these are all spiritual values. So we are spiritual beings. Human beings, like we are basically spiritual beings, and we are on the human journey. This I have written on that poster also. Am I audible? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So spiritual journey is, it's about these things only. It's about honesty. It's about helping someone. It's about thinking about others. So these are all the values. These are all the values which are the base of being spiritual. Okay. So now we will talk about this, that as Preeti said, knowing about oneself. Okay. So knowing about oneself. Now, knowing about oneself. We all say this. This is what we are trying to do. We are trying to know about ourselves. Okay. Connect to ourselves. But how do we do that? How to do that? That's where the gap, or that's where the journey is. I won't say gap, it's a journey. So how do we do that? How do we know? How do I know myself? So we as human beings, like we go through different experiences. Now, when we say we go through different experiences, we are the experiencer. Okay. Now, who is experiencing? Who is experiencing? I am experiencing, but who am I? Then this question, next this question. Who is experiencing? Anybody would want to say anything? That experience, there is an experience happening, experience of happiness, experience of confusion, experience of sadness, experience of excitement. So there are confusion, there are many experiences we are going through. Okay, during a day we go through experiences. Some experiences we like we are expecting, some experiences just come on their own and they impose themselves on us. And so what is experiencing? Who is experiencing?
My inner self.
Yes, inner self. Our inner self is experiencing. Experiencer is the inner self. Okay. Now, what all this inner self is made of? What all comprises this inner self? Today we will go into a bit depth because the next sessions are, we will focus upon relationships and parenting, those kind of those aspects we will focus. But today's session is mainly on understanding what spirituality is for a person and how can we practice it. So how can we practice it? Before that, we need to understand it. What is it exactly? What is it for us? We are not going out of our houses. We are not going to forests. We are not going to do tapasya somewhere. We are not doing all that. Okay. But at our home, with all the responsibilities and within the roles that we have, how can we do it? So for doing that, we need to ask some questions to ourselves. Now, what are those questions? We need to reach to the questions. Okay. So now from where, what kind of questions do we need to ask? So as we just talked that inner self is experiencing. Now, what is this inner self? Who is this inner self?
The name I know is what they call soul.
Exactly, soul. And so this is a very common, very too much used phrase, body, mind and soul. Okay. So what is experiencing? Our mind is experiencing, our soul is experiencing, and our body is experiencing. Okay. Now these three, what to do about, what are the questions? How can we reach to the questions? For that, I'll say that when we say mind, what is the mind's work? What is mind doing? Mind is continuously thinking.
Thinking.
Okay. It is continuously thinking of past, present, and future, of the things which has happened or not happened, and most of the things that has not happened. Okay. So that is what mind does. Now, soul is okay. This will you will have to join again on the same link. So mind is which thinks, soul is which feels. Soul, our soul is basically, it's all about feelings. Okay. That is the foundation, that is the base. And body is the action, the willpower. Okay. That is now the mind and the soul, in dono ko mila ke, then the body gets into action. Okay, whatever mind thinks and whatever we feel inside, and then the body gets into action. So now this I'll so we will just here see that whatever we do in life, whatever we plan, so it is based on two forces. Okay. One force is that of growth, something that asks us to grow. That's the very essence of human beings. Yeah, something that want me inside, that asks me to grow, to learn, to go and to work, to do something that force. And the another part is the safety, the fear. When we say safety, it brings fear. So these are two forces now. There is a growth that we want to do. That is the internal. That's the that's the core of human being, to grow, to learn. Every human being would want to do that. But then the second thing comes is the fear of going out of the house, the fear of what others will say, the fear of the family support, the fear of social things, the fear of basically trusting oneself, whether I can really do it. If I don't do it, if I fail, then what? So, based on these two forces, what happens is that there is a tension, there is a continuous tension. We keep thinking that, okay, that keeps us into split. We are not able to grow. We want to hold the safety part, and fears, they keeps us from growing. Now, what is growth? That also is different for everyone. Yeah. So now, what causes this tension? So, as we just talked, that there is a quest to know oneself. Now, now this human body, we are like body, mind, and soul, as I discussed in the earlier slide. So body is about doing something, and thinking, this is the thought part, mind part. So now thinking is, it is important what we think, that is important. Just a minute. Yes. So thinking is on 3 levels. One is the basic thinking about the food we are going to have today, about today's work, about the basic requirements. So that is the basic thinking. Okay. Then second comes is abstract thinking. Abstract thinking is the future, the planning of future, where we plan that, okay, if the child will study this, then the child will get into this job. If the child will do this in class 10th, then this will do in class 11th or 12th. Or if, so that all abstract planning. So that is all a second level of thinking. Marrying a daughter, when the daughter is born. So, okay, so after 20 years, her marriage, that is on the mind. So that's abstract, but that's on the mind. It takes a lot of space. So it's going to get over. And I think there's still time. Okay. So, so first is basic thinking, that's about food, that's about day-to-day activities. And then second is abstract thinking, that's about planning of future, of investment, about the house, about children. So that's second level. And third level is creative thinking. Now, what is this creative thinking? This is above these two. what is this creative thinking? What do we understand when we say thinking creatively? Here, can anyone add in? What is the meaning of creative thinking?
Ma'am, creativity is, as per my point of view, is expertism of our own thoughts and expertism of our experience to make a certain situation grow in a way it never happened.
To do something. Yes. Yeah.
I'm sorry. My understanding is your natural flow.
Yes. Yes. Children, when born, they are very creative. Okay. Till the age of the moment they start proper socialization, before that, they are very creative. Okay. And as we get into more socialization and then studies, and then slowly we get into, so the creativity takes backseat, because then we start fitting into the systems. So once we start fitting into the systems, the way of our thinking, it converges, it shrinks, the way we can think, and the fears impose themselves on us. So creative thinking is, like you said, that it is when we are able to think something which is new, which is our natural flow, which is a natural flow of human being, to do something beautiful, to do something good, to do something good to others, to oneself. So here the first question is related to thinking part, that how much part of the day, what kind of thinking I am engaged with? Am I engaged in the basic thinking? This is what we have to prepare for breakfast. This is what we have to prepare for lunch, and then dinner, and then evening snack. And then after that, we have to do this. So all these works are to be done. But then how much space it is taking in your mind? It is completely basic thinking, or are you, there is a bit of abstract thinking happening, maybe once or twice a week, where you think about the future planning? Or is there any space for creative thinking related to your work, related to your life? Very simple. Creative, you can be creative in wearing clothes. You can be creative in making food. You can be creative in working with your hobbies. You can be creative in whatever work you do. So creative in the way, creative means doing something in a way that you really like, that comes from your inner core. That's what creativity is about. It's not about like thinking out of the box. It's not that. It's what is inside. Yeah. So this is all like modern, so much of like modern thing that, thinking out of the box. So it is not thinking out of the box. It is thinking, knowing what you're thinking inside, reaching there, reaching to the core of your self and understanding, what do you think? What do you want? So knowing that, questioning that, that is where the creative thinking comes. If there are any problems in your life, issues, maybe very small issues or maybe bigger issues. So what is your inside? What are you thinking about it? Can you take action upon it? How can you take this ahead? So that is where the creative thinking is. Sometimes, like if we are in